Okay. Thank you. If the aim of every soul is to awake to their own existence or to be conscious, how a soul can awake and become aware?
Yeah, and also, the soul. I guess I can hear you talk about like the soul is different than consciousness, and then there's the light of God. So you already have three. Uh, I would say that consciousness or spirit or soul, or in the fourth way, it's called the real I or higher centers. Uh, all of that, these are whatever it is, which is aware right now. Right now there's like thoughts, sensations, sounds, feelings, intellectual questions, and there is this that which is aware, that is perceiving. So that is the soul or the real I, and the idea is that this is dormant in everybody. It is dormant. It doesn't know itself, and it is pulsating at a low level. It's identified. It's lost in daydreaming. Imagination, as they call it in the fourth way, is identified with every impulse, every desire. Anyway, so that's what that which awakens is this aware presence awakens,
Yeah.
not Claudia or the body or whatever. So, and the question was, well, okay, if the aim of every soul, I guess it's, as I said before, the most souls, they are not aware of this aim, and most souls, they live in some kind of delusion and ignorance, so to say. But for those that are really interested, and I would say that such souls are maybe listening to this video, it's good to know that it is a very long and complex process that needs a lot of factors. Uh, so first of all, one needs to reach a realization that we are asleep, actually, you know. So to face some of these illusions, that first of all, if we believe we are already awake, then we are not going to spend many years of our life trying to become more conscious, because we think we're already conscious. So verify one's own, as Gurdjieff would say, one's own nothingness, one's own nullity, which is difficult and painful. The ego doesn't want to realize that we are shit. So, but usually people don't realize this. So it's necessary to have the right conditions, and both in the fourth way, as well as in Buddhist teaching or other serious teachings, it's important to have to find a teaching that is practical and which comes from a higher source, coming from people that have already awakened somehow. Because there are a lot of teachings out there on the internet now. There are all these teachings, a lot of systems, and so it's important to have discrimination and to find a teaching which is a map how to arrive at this more conscious life. And it needs to be a map that is created by people who have done that. And then It needs to be a map that is not distorted or mistranslated, or, because if a map is from 3,000 years ago and people messed with it, then they are missing parts and there's additions. So one has to find a higher conscious teaching, good teaching. This is an important factor. Another factor is that one cannot do this alone. It's not possible. One cannot do it alone. So one needs to get together with several other people who have the same aim to study a higher teaching, and not just study intellectually, but to study it intellectually and to apply it and to be committed to applying it, to do the work. That's the thing. It's called the work in the fourth way, to do the work.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's important to have some people that are, let's say, more advanced than oneself, so that people are a little bit more awake, a little bit than you, and so that we can not be lost. One can be. It's a lot of fourth way groups out there, I believe, that people are serious about doing this work, and I met many of them, and they are doing some exercises that seemingly Gurdjieff said, but they never met Gurdjieff, and they are sincere and they are doing it, but it gets more like twisted and in a knot, and they are just going in circles and not really coming out of prison, not digging. They are digging out of prison to go outside, but they are digging and they are getting lost in the tunnels somehow. They are not coming out. So the teacher or the guide is very important. And it's important, the teacher or the guide or the older student to be more conscious than oneself, than you, and also to be in integrity, to have integrity.
Yes.
Like not to take advantage of the students and not to do it for personal interest, and not to use the position of a teacher for getting personal juice of being special, or for getting a supply of money or sex or power or whatever. So that's really important to who you choose as a guide or a teacher. It's very important. It's like any expedition. Think about it. You go on an expedition somewhere,
Yes.
to a mountain somewhere, you need to have somebody who has been there, done that, and is not going to trick you. And he's not deluded, and they've done it, so can take you there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly. Thank you. Very good. I like it. Thank you.
Yeah.